first day at a new low price. This one too. This is one where you're saving $89. The texture, the detail with this like whip stitching around the frame and the handle is gorgeous and always inspired by Patricia's travels and vintage finds. This one is gorgeous. It's the leather Moretto shopper. Now at a price of $139.98, it's one of the most affordable bags in the show, free shipping and handling, but you're also saving a lot at $89. So we've got 4 different prints to choose from. This one is your floral map. So take in the iconic map that Patricia brings us, but then little bursts of flowers and even birds, but there's fewer than 200 in the floral map. Then there's the classic tan, which if you love almost a natural looking leather, this is the one for you. And then how about the first bloom, most limited in the first bloom. I mean, think about how it feels when you start to see the stalks for the tulips come up, right? In Minnesota, sometimes you'd even see it through the snow. It's all about anticipation and excitement of spring, but really limited on this one, fewer than 150 to go around. Then we have this all black, which, oh my goodness, is so chic and polished because it almost has this like hint of a matte finish with then like the matte whip stitching and this all tonal look. This looks like money, except you only spent $139.98. So very sweet, like circular cutout handle. But of course, you're also gonna get a leather adjustable crossbody strap, like a buckle. Patricia, what was your inspiration for this bag? The shape is so unique.
Oh, thanks. Well, I actually had a bag like this in the 70s, 1970s. This cutout bag. This actually, there was a bag similar to this that came with a kit, a leather craft kit, where you could make your own bag.
Ah.
And I was a real crafty, and I loved this, and I was so inspired by it that I had to bring this book back. This I used on this was a vegetable tan leather. So we're looking at 100% vegetable full grain leather. So it's a beautiful, beautiful leather to start with on this bag. And all, like you said, all of that whip stitching around all the sides, on the top and on that circular, just brings back that old world craftsmanship of hand making a bag. But we put on a crossbody strap that can be clipped off. And like you said, it is adjustable and it's really long, so it can fit any height that you want. So that's really fun to have. And then again, the functionality of this bag is incredible. Isn't that sweet? This is just such a classic shopper. I love how it's constructed on the bottom because the 2 pieces of leather are put together and the edges are burned, but it has natural kind of stand to it. So when you stand that up on the table, it's not going to fall over. It's
Good point.
Yeah.
Here's also, this size is really deceptive because it looks very, very slender, but there's 3 compartments in here, right? You have this entry side, you have a center with a zip, so you have that safety area that if you put anything that you don't want to accidentally fall out or just keep private, and you have another compartment. Right? The size and the measurements, let me just give this to you really quick. It's 13 by 3/4 of an inch, 14 1/8, and then that bottom is 4 3/4 of an inch. This
is a large bag.
Yeah, it sits close, but I like that it sits close to my body because it's slender, but it really does still pack a big punch.
It does. I mean, you can have an umbrella in that.
Right.
You know, you could have a water bottle sitting up. There's a lot of flexibility with that. I love that map too. Look at that.
Yeah, this one's beautiful.
That's the map, the vintage map that I got from Italy. And then this season I had put all these little flowers and birds on top of it. It has a really great look to it.
If you want this first bloom though, I got to show you because there's fewer than 100. It's been really popular and it is going quickly. Place your orders now, put it in your cart. Don't wait to check out, especially at this clearance price. These are all styles that Patricia is retiring. I mean, she really is in some ways like a capsule designer. We don't just keep doing bags and doing bags and doing bags, right? She gets inspired by designs, gets inspired by vintage travels and just really her remarkable life. This is really the time to place your order on such a special bag. I also really like, Patricia, how the way you did this handle, Because my hand is touching so much of the leather, it feels like you have this kind of connectedness to the piece. It really becomes a part of you.
Well, you just recognize too the hand craftsmanship of this bag.
Yeah.
I mean, this is still all cut, hand sewn with a single stitch machine, just like they did a long time ago. All the leather is cut with an X-Acto knife, and then all the edges are burned just like they were 100 years ago. So all that old world craftsmanship is put in this bag. But what's so fun about it is it's functional for us today. So we don't have to go buy that vintage bag that, was just a big hole in it, right? It didn't have any zip or any center zip or any of that type of thing, or a crossbody strap. So that's what I really get a kick out of, is really bringing back all this beautiful, beautiful leather that you just don't see anymore. And then that craftsmanship, and then the functionality, and at a price I hope a lot of us can afford. This first bloom is from a vintage dress, this little chiffon dress that I found in Paris, France, in this little vintage shop that I go to a lot. Well, I haven't now for over a year and a half, but I just see that, and I can just see that dress in the window. It's beautiful with the grays and the turquoise.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay. I wish we had more time on this one. This is that first blooms. Here is your map's floral, which is like this old vintage map of Italy with then her bursts of flowers across it. You've got a classic tan and then the all black. $139.98. You're saving $92. Plus that's free shipping and handling. So really good time. Place your order, put it in your cart. Don't forget to check out, especially if you want this first bloom. I would like the first bloom. I'm ready for spring. Except tomorrow afternoon we're expecting snow. Now I do like snow. Call me crazy.